do some people in general struggle with identifying where they need assistance with and able to maybe better the relationship not only for themselves but for their partner and overall for the two people involved?
Well, so what comes to mind when you're talking to me is like self-awareness. And I've met a lot of people that say, "Oh, I'm highly self-aware," but they can only tell me the bad things about themselves. Well, where's the goodness inside of you? This is what I see inside of therapy appointments, inside of running groups. And they're like, mm. So they've been so beaten down somewhere in life that they don't know that all they can tell me is they're bad. That's not self-awareness. That is being brutally awful to yourself. Self-awareness means I can tell you what is absolutely amazing about me and where I'm still working, what I still struggle with. And so having self-awareness inside of a relationship and letting go of the ego. Like, and there's different reasons why people don't want help. There's so many reasons why people don't want help. What I find being in the trauma world is that trauma starts to define people, life experiences, they internalize it and they put it on like it's a jacket. Well, this is all the things that has happened to me, and this is my story. That's not your story. That's what happened to you. And I'm a big Carl Jung fan. And, he's very known for saying, "You are not what happened to you. You are what you do after that." We have a choice to heal. And nobody's ever perfectly healed when we meet up with somebody, when we start to have a relationship, whether it's a friendship or romantic. But if that's what we lead our whole life with, it's going to be a struggle. So, one of the reasons I think that people are afraid to address their own issues is because one, has defined them for so long. They've put it on like some coat, and their victimhood and their story is all of the crap that's happened to them. That's part one of that, though. The other part is that most people are afraid to heal because who am I if this isn't my story anymore? Who am I if this doesn't define me? So healing starts to be very scary because while people are haunted with their crap all day long, verbalizing it seems to be more terrifying, like actually saying it and speaking it out loud. So a huge component of therapy for me is just holding space in that room for them to be pissed, for them to cry, for them to be angry, for them to be silent, because sometimes the words aren't there, without forcing something, like learning to be comfortable with emotions. We as a general human culture have become so disconnected from ourselves because we're so wired up and connected to everything else. And then again, most people that live in their wounds and their victimhood and their life story is all the crap that's happened to them. They don't know how to celebrate themselves. Oftentimes, they don't know how to move forward. They may not have resources. I mean, this is not a judgy statement from me. There's so many individual things that apply. But in overall, what I see in the field and in life is fear, and fear holds people back. And then instead of going and finding the legitimate people that can help you, they get online because everybody's got a full platform now, and they go and they listen to the people that they're like, "Oh, I'm a domestic violence survivor too." Cool, but that's not who you want to sit with. You want to sit with the domestic violence survivors who have overcome it, that are living and thriving in life, not just there. Even though being stuck in that is part of the process. Like, I don't know what to do. Your brain shuts off. Trauma messes up the brain. That's a whole episode in and of itself. But it's really hard to move forward. It's hard to hold ourselves accountable. And accountability is something that I see greatly that people want to run away from. Because even though it's not my fault what my abusive ex did to me, it was 100% my choice to heal it so that I could live in a happy relationship, so that I could still move towards my goals, so that I could still live a happy life. And what gravitates, most people love that motivational story, but they don't know how to get to be that motivational speaker yet, quote unquote. Not that they want to be a speaker, but you get my point. Move forward. Survival mode is part of the process, but if that's where you unpack and live, it's going to be a struggle the rest of your life.